The Texas City Stingarees off to an undefeated start. 7-0 in 24 4A action. Tonight they meet the Galena Park Yellow Jackets, 5-2 on the year in our Legacy Sports Network Game of the Week. Galena Park ISD is the site. Beautiful night for high school football. A 24 4A matchup between the Texas City Stingarees, 7-0 on the year, and the host, Galena Park Yellow Jackets. Hello everyone, with Ken Moore, I'm Brett Dolan. Welcome to high school football. Great to have you with us. Two very good teams we're going to see tonight, Ken. And let's start first with Texas City, undefeated, and they have a running back whose numbers and reputation has preceded him, and I can't wait to see Deontay Foreman.
Yeah, Foreman has been tremendous so far this year. 18 touchdowns on the ground, nearly 1,000 yards rushing the football. This is a triple option attack. They'll attack you in the middle, on the edges. He's an exciting player to watch here this evening.
To this point, their last three games, they've run for more than 1,100 yards combined. As we switch over and talk about Galena Park, they have a running quarterback who's worth watching this evening.
Yeah, Mr. Kelly, as we call him, he likes to do it on the air and through the ground, but he's more dangerous on the ground. 16 touchdowns to pay dirt, 4 touchdowns on the season through the air, but he's only completing 48% of his passes, so Kelly will keep it on the ground here this evening.
Yeah, Kelly against Foreman, two very good running backs and quarterbacks that we'll see tonight. Two very good teams. It's Galena Park and Texas City. Our opening kickoff comes your way next on the Legacy Sports Network.
Price, and we help them find a policy that works for them. Also, we've been working on something very special. One day, the world, no, the universe, will have the pricing power they deserve. We'll work on it. Watching.
Friday Night Lights here in Galena Park, Texas City, and the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. Teams that have combined to go 7-1 here in District 24 4A. And Ken, what a night for football.
It is a gorgeous evening out here at Galena Park ISD, 69 degrees, 7-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the east-southeast. There will be no rain in the stadium tonight, 0% chance of rain. So it should be a great night for some fall football here in East Houston.
After last week, we'll take it. And the Yellow Jackets to get the football first. Trace Rodriguez will kick off. And deep for the Yellow Jackets, it's their quarterback. And through to Kelly, hoping for a chance to return. He stands back at the 10, and we're underway tonight from Galena Park.
Not often you see the quarterback as the kick returner, but Kelly is so outstanding offensively. They want him touching the football every chance he gets. He won't have a chance to do it as the kick goes out of the end zone, but you look at Kelly's statistics on the season, 674 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns, but he does most of his damage on the ground. He also has a good running mate in Larry Hinton. Oliver is his big receiver on the outside, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns for Oliver.
Yeah, you look at those 3 touchdowns. Last year he caught 9, so he's a big play wide receiver. There's a look at Anthula. Kelly featured him in our open. 16 rushing touchdowns and 4 more through the air. And the Yellow Jackets will have it first from their 25. Empty backfield and 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Kelly back in a short pass. And that football kicks loose. It was David Solis, who's the backup, throwing to Kelly in the flat. He had it briefly and could not hold on, so already little wrinkle out of the gates.
Yeah, a little trickeration. They bring Solis in at quarterback, the sophomore, to try to get it to Kelly in open field against this Stingaree defense. falls incomplete. Be second down and 10.
And you see Solis, number 5, remaining in, working from the spread attack in the same formation. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Solis going up top. The intended target was Kelly, the man we featured as the quarterback. Pass falls incomplete, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, you see we have Kelly listed as quarterback, a little wrinkle in the starting lineup tonight. In the backfield, joining him will be Larry Hinton. On the outside, Doria Floyd, Zante Oliver, the tight end. May look to see him get some balls in the air tonight. Salvador Rodriguez, the big center up front, anchoring that offensive front.
Starting lineups brought to you by Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union. There's your Yellow Jackets offense already facing a 3rd and 10 here in the opening drive. Coach David Handel in his first year here has the team 3-1 in district play, 5-2 overall. And they're back to Kelly operating the offense. Kelly will keep, and you see several white jerseys with those orange numerals swarming the quarterback. He'll be tackled for a loss, and an opening drive goes nowhere for Galena Park.
Well, the opening wrinkles that they tried backfired as they tried to go Kelly twice in the passing game. It did not work as that Stingray defense forces a 3 and out. As we look at their front 7, Smith, Robinson, Benella, and Foreman. Linebackers, Coffey, Devontae Hinton. That's a big guy in the middle, the rover linebacker. And Armonte Foreman, the other twin for the Stingrays, is big in the secondary.
In fact, Foreman back to return this punt from the foot of Martin Ramos. He's inside his 10. Low snap. You see the flag fly, and the kick is away. And Foreman won't have a chance to return. It takes a U-turn and heads out of bounds, shy of midfield. Now we'll wait and see what the flag is all about.
Well, that's been your pet peeve so far this season is the penalties on the punts and kickoffs. And right away, the first punt of the ball game, before the kick even got in the air, there was a flag on the field.
Offsides, of course, on the defense. It was 4th and 11. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets will kick again.
Yeah, they got a short punt that time, so you may see them go ahead and accept this 5-yard penalty and re-kick.
One thing's for sure, they're probably going to want to kick away from Armonte Foreman. Martin Ramos, very good kicker slash punter. We'll get a second chance from 5 yards further up.
This is a Stingaree team that puts up a lot of points, average over 48 per game. And their offense is going to have pretty good field position after this kick.
Ramos gets a better snap and a little better kick. But again, it takes a U-turn, hops out of bounds this time shy of the 50 on the other side of the field. Still reasonable field position for the Stingarees when they'll have the football for the first time.
Yeah, 25-yard punt, 0 on the return. And the Stingarees will come out. They'll be led by Andre Allen, the quarterback, 680 yards through the air, 9 touchdown passes on the season. But the big guy we talked about, Deontay Foreman, nearly 1,000 yards on the ground, 18 touchdowns. You see his twin brother, number 3, Armonte, 7 touchdowns on the season from the wide receiver position.
It won't take Foreman long to get over 1,000 yards on the season. He averages more than 10 a carry. Setting up the screen, and that play going nowhere. The pass was intended for Donald Lynch. He's a very good compliment to Foreman, but maybe a good thing as far as the Stingarees are concerned that ball wasn't caught. Otherwise, it was probably going to be a loss.
Yeah, both offenses looking a little shaky here the first few plays out of the gate. Big game out here tonight. Texas City comes in 7-0 on the season, 4-0 in district play. Galena Park right behind them at 3-1 in district play, 5-2 overall.
Still haven't had a play go for a positive gain so far. This one will get a couple of yards, but that's it. Allen stays on his feet, able to bounce off the first tackle or 2. He's hit a Yellow Jackets territory, and he'll have a third and relatively short.
Yeah, Allen looked like it was going to be a short game as he bobbled nearly fumbled the snap. So he was able to make lemonade out of lemons on that play, pick up about 7 yards. It'll be third and short.
Jamarcus Allen is the first man to make contact. But regardless, it'll set up a 3rd and 3 for the Stingarees. Deontay Foreman is yet to touch the football, and he'll come in motion. And a marker down again. Or was there a timeout? Timeout, Texas City.
Yeah, the play clock was about to expire. They called timeout prior to the flag dropping, so we'll see what they'll do here. We're going to go ahead and keep it here as we look at this. Keys to the game brought to you by North Shore Marine Supply Incorporated. For North Shore, or excuse me, for the offense, they got to keep the O rolling for Texas City. They want to keep the defense confused, and defensively they have to contain Kelly, the quarterback for Galena Park.
Our keys to the game, meanwhile, the timeout already before this 3rd and 3 play, and the Stingarees come back on the field. Torrey Cooper, the big freshman fullback, lined up in front of Deontay Foreman. You see everybody bunched up, and Foreman once again will come in motion. Allen back, throwing on the run, and able to complete to Armonte Foreman. He'll have the first down and more. He's popped out of bounds shy of the 30. A nice gain on 3rd and short. The Stingarees get their first down. Well, I beg your pardon. This one's coming back.
Oh, boy. A good play design here. As you see Allen just roll out. You see the holding right at the top of the screen. Looks like it may have been the left guard.
Looks like it might have been the center, LaTroy Wafer, a senior, but you get a pretty good look on the replay of grabbing him around the shoulders and then pinning him down.
Yeah, the old UFC wrestling move. So now Stingarees will back up inside their own 42-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 13 they need to get to the Galena Park 44.
We've still only had one positive play from either team in this game, and that was a busted quarterback keeper, which was fumbled at the snap. With time to throw here. First down completion to Armonte Foreman again. That is his 29th catch this year, a dangerous weapon. He'll move the sticks for the Stingarees.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the Yellow Jacket defense brought to you by Gulf Coast Educators, Federal Credit Union, Gonzalez, Henry, Hughes, and Aguirre. The linebackers, Molina, Marino, and Wesley. In the secondary, Johnson, Oliver, Floyd, and Austin. Floyd got beat on that last pass play, giving up a lot of cushion to Foreman on the outside. Don't want to give up that much cushion on 3rd and 13.
The pitch to Deontay Foreman. Remember, he averages more than 10 a rush. Relatively decent job by the Yellow Jackets on the defense, but it's still a gain of 8.
This is a Texas City offense averaging 427 yards per game, 322 on the ground. So they are a ground and pound attack. You'll see multiple formations out of this group tonight. You'll see 2 running back sets. You'll also see 3 running back sets from time to time.
Second short, Foreman able to move the pile forward. He should have the first down. Nothing fancy as he dives to about the 31. And Ken, to your point, I mentioned the rushing totals over the last 3 games for Texas City. Last week, 327 on the ground. The week before, 383. 3 weeks ago, 401. So 1,111 yards on the ground the last 3 games.
Yeah, and this is a team that destroyed Pearland Dawson a few weeks ago. Pearland Dawson, a perennial power in this district. They destroyed them 44-14 at Stingarees Stadium back in the beginning of October.
In fact, they've been tested just once this year. Their smallest margin of victory is 8 points. Their second smallest, 21. Foreman dragging a tackler to about the 25. He was dropped by Zalion Wesley, the linebacker.
You take a look at that Stingaree offense. Dante Foreman, the tailback, Armonte Foreman, the wideout. But also that big offensive line is going to be key. Chris Mott, Gabe Garza, LaTroy Wafer, Herring, and Burke on the right side. They're going to lead this offensive unit. Right now they have it 2nd down, about 3 at the 25.
Allen again under center. Deontay Foreman, the lone setback, and a fake to Foreman. Allen waving that football around, but he's able to go between the hashes and fall forward near the marker, which is at the 21.
Yeah, good tackle that time by Wesley. As good coverage in the secondary this time by Galena Park. As you see Allen scrambling to his right, Wesley will bring him down short of the sticks. or actually right at the stick. They're going to give him the yardage to gain, so it'll be 1st and 10.
Wesley, the top returning tackler from last year's squad already. He's been involved in a few plays, but you're right, the gain was good enough for a 1st down. There's a reverse to our Monte Foreman. Going with a hard shove to the mask, and he's dropped at about the 17. You talk about a stiff arm. That was a stiff punch from Foreman.
Yeah, just one-on-one on that outside with Carrick Floyd. Good job by Floyd not to let him get around. Be a gain of about 5. You see the end around coming here. Peel block there. Great block by 72, the big offensive lineman, Chris Mock. Good pursuit that time by the defense of the Yellow Jackets.
Called a gain of 4 on 1st down. Deontay Foreman with a head of steam. Falling forward to about the 10. And the tackle was made by Mark Gonzalez. And you see him hobbling off after he made that play.
Yeah, he's a little shaken up, so he's going to come off the field with Will Gonzalez.
And 7 on the play. 1st down, goal to go for Texas
Galena
City.
Park will send in a couple of fresh bodies. They want to keep this defense fresh against this high-powered attack of Texas City.
And it's 1st and goal from the 10. Foreman works off the left side of the line. He's at the 5, cuts back, stays on his feet. That's touchdown number 19 for the future Texas Longhorn, Deontay Foreman. And it's the Stingarees on the board first.
Well, even against 8 in the box, you see 5 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Foreman, nevertheless, easily able to navigate his way through into the end zone for 6.
Aaron Clace. There's a option for Allen to throw it to the end zone, and the ball's knocked down, and there's a marker. It was Bobby O'Neill, the tight end, who was there. I'm not sure if that was a fake or a bobbled snap on the PAT try from Aaron Clace.
Number 8, Andrew Allen handles the low snap.
We'll check the flag in the end zone.
There's a penalty marker down.
Pass interference. So Texas City will get a chance to try it again.
Defensive pass interference is a signal against the Yellow Jackets.
See the bobble
had a
snap.
bobble, yeah. So a good job by Allen just to get it into the end zone. You see the pass interference there.
They'll go ahead and kick. Now, last year, Clace had 51 point after touchdowns, 8 field goals, scored 89 points on the year. He has to work twice to get that extra point, but it's good. And it's Texas City with an early 7-0 lead from Galena Park. Back after this on the Legacy Sports Network.
It's time to go back in time, sharing the merriment of hundreds of live performances, the taste of over 1,000 foods, and the fun of dozens of games and rides. And be sure to enjoy special savings opening weekend, October 12th and 13th. Brought to you by DeMontron Coca-Cola. Huzzah!
Back at Galena Park, the high-flying Stingarees offense scores first.
The Stingarees, they stumbled out of the block, a couple of penalties on that opening drive, but they're able to convert it. 54-yard drive took 4:38 off the clock. 10-yard touchdown run by Deontay Foreman. Stingarees on top, 7-zip, 6:20 to go in the first.
Trace Rodriguez, a good leg, his second kickoff of the night. This time it's a returnable one from the 2-yard line.
Woo.
Football is loose. Oliver, lucky to see his team get that football back. He was helicoptered in the air, and that football came flying out. But Galena Park ends up with a football. We're going to have to see this one again.
Wow.
Jordan Coffey, the ball was fumbled.
See him coming through, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to make a habit of leaping at the 15-yard line. In the end zone, maybe. At your own 15, just take what you can get and get to the ground, young man.
Kevin Arevalo fell on that football. That would have been disastrous to give up the touchdown and then give Texas City the football back at the 10. As it is, the Yellow Jackets have it, but bad field position. And Thula Kelly, they call him Tank. He stands back at the 6. With a head of steam coming through the line is Nick Riscano.
Inside handoff goes to number 32, Tyreek Johnson.
Beg your pardon, that's Tyreek Johnson. Number 32 rather than 22. It came flying in through the line.
Yeah,
Nice play on first down.
Yeah, Johnson, a young sophomore running back. He only goes 5'9", 170 pounds. But he put his shoulders square, picked up a nice gain on first down.
So a gain of 7. Johnson again, this time he's driven back by a trio of Texas City tacklers.
Number 32, Tyreek Johnson on the carry.
Corey Robinson was one of those there along with Jimmy Butler, and they got to the ball carrier almost immediately.
Yeah, and this is a tough Texas City defense. They only give up 19 yards or 19 points per game.
Francois Bonilla.
111 yards per game that they give up defensively. This is a stout unit.
And from 2nd and 3, it's now 3rd and 5. See if this is going to force the Yellow Jackets to the air. Tyreek Johnson stands to the right of Thula Kelly. Kelly trying to get out of the pocket and just nowhere to go. He's going to fight forward. In fact, he's near the marker when it looked like he was going to be dropped shy of the 20.
Thula Kelly on the keeper.
Yeah, he may have the yard to gain right at the 20-yard line. Looks like he's going to have the first down as you look at the keys for Galena Park here tonight. They're going to have discipline on defense to stop that potent running attack. They're going to have to force some turnovers to try to get their offense good field position, and they're going to have to control the clock, pick up some first downs. That first possession, a quick 3 and out, that's not going to be the recipe for success here tonight. They're going to have to gobble up some yards, gobble up some clock to keep that Stingery offense off the field.
What made that play from Kelly so important to find a way to get that first down. He'll go to the air here. Complete a quick pass to Aravalo. He was the man that fell on that fumbled kickoff. Gets his 19th catch of the season and picks up a gain of about 7.
That was a great point you make about that play to pick up the first down by the quarterback, because if they would have had 2 consecutive 3 and outs, you would have given Texas City the ball again with a short field to work with. Could have possibly been down by 14 points early in this ball game.
Galena Park's had a very good season, as we've talked about a few times, 5-2 overall, 3-1 in district play, but they're playing one of the very best in Texas City tonight. That margin of error is not there, and Kelly dropped after a short gain. First man there, Deontay Foreman. He does it offensively. He also is involved as the defensive end.
Yeah, they have a couple of guys that go both ways that make a big impact on both sides of the football. You also say Devonton Hinton as well. He's their leading tackler, number 6.
So it's 3rd and 1. The Yellow Jackets trying to stay on the field. Team's primarily keeping the football on the ground. A fast-paced first quarter so far. And the give goes to Riscano, sprinting across the 35, and in fact over the 40. And he'll pick up another first down for the Yellow Jackets. And boy, this was great acceleration by Riscano flying through the line.
Yeah, Riscano averaging nearly 5 yards per carry so far on the season. You see him out of the pistol formation. Good seal block by the left side of the line. Picks up a huge gain.
And it's Kelly misfiring on his pass in the direction of Zante Oliver, his top target, but you see the marker down at the 40.
Yeah, they're going to get Corey Johnson for getting there a little bit early, number 4 for the Stingeries in the secondary. As he bumped the receiver just before the football arrived. It's going to be another first down for Galena Park. Galena Park, this is a team that's won 3 ball games in a row here in district play after losing their opener to Friendswood. Last 3 weeks, they've defeated Galveston Ball, Baytown Lee, and last week over Santa Fe.
And last week, scoring 40 points. We've talked about the ground game, how important it is. Kelly ran for $143, 3 touchdowns. Hinton ran for 137. He also ran for 3 touchdowns. We've seen them keep the ball primarily on the ground here. It's Nick Riscano, the junior, sprinting through the line again.
Stopped by number 6, Devontae Hinton.
And he's dropped by number 6, Devontae Hinton, rather.
Yeah, and they're running just over that left guard, Richard Kanye, right between him and the center, Salvador Rodriguez. Those guys opening up some huge lanes on the left side of that offensive line.
Second short. Yellow Jackets didn't get much. They didn't need much. Riscano on the carry.
At the 35-yard line by number 45.
He's dropped by Tariq Cooper.
Tariq Cooper.
He's just a freshman.
Yeah, Cooper, Corey Robinson also in on the stop. Good penetration that time by the front four of Texas City. It's going to be third down and short.
See number 45 in the center of your screen. Just a freshman linebacker. Good size on that young man. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 6 foot 200. Not bad.
For somebody who has to hitch a ride to and from practice.
Yeah, exactly. Put him in the back of the pickup.
Going to see some movement.
Oh, boy. That turns a 3rd and short to 3rd and 6. Changes the entire complexity of the play now for Galena Park. Also may take you out of 2-down territory as well if you're not successful here on 3rd down.
Well, had that lineman just held his position, he was going to have contact made by the Stingaree. He was flying through the line. It was going to be an offsides, automatic first down. Instead, it's 3rd and 6. Nearing a minute to go in our first quarter. Stingaree scored in their last drive. The Yellow Jackets doing a great job. Remember, this drive started at their 10 of holding onto the football and moving into Texas City territory.
Now we got more whistles.
My goodness.
Delay a game now. Wow.
I'm not going to pick necessarily on the Yellow Jackets, but all these teams want to go up tempo. They don't want to huddle up. Yet we've seen so many delays this year. If you can't handle that tempo and that pacing, then just huddle up. I mean, if you can't get to the line and snap the football in the allotted time, you're not confusing the defense.
No, you're just confusing yourselves, and they get a lot of signals in from the sideline. You see the guys there with the cardboard cutouts. They'll be signaling in the plays, and sometimes it's just a little bit too much for these youngsters to handle.
From 3rd and less than a yard to 3rd and 11 after the Yellow Jackets have done such a fine job on this drive. Now Kelly trying to get to the sideline, but he's dropped inside the 44. And again, it's Cooper, the freshman. Anxious to watch him play the entire game because he's been very busy so far on the defense for the Stingarees.
Yeah, you look at the team comparisons as far as the scoring allowed defensively. Stingarees only giving up 134 points, 19 points a game. Galena Park good defensively as well, only giving up 146 points so far on the season. Offensively, both of these teams like to do it on the ground. 2,200 yards for the Stingarees, over 1,800 for Galena Park.
Galena Park staying on the field with a 4th and 10 from the 44 of Texas City, and in fact, it'll be a quick kick. Not necessarily a good one.
Yeah, he did
23 yards.
He didn't get the bounce he was looking for.
Out of bounds near the 21-yard line.
Good drive stalled after a couple of penalties. Stingaree defense does a nice job on 3rd and long. They'll give it back to their offense, leading 7-zip. 51 seconds to go here, first period. Late arriving crowd here at Galena Park ISD tonight, but a beautiful night for football here in the greater Houston area.
What a great stadium, too.
This is one of the best, not only in the city, but in the country. You talk about the facilities, the turf, scoreboard, press box. Fantastic place to watch a football game in the Houston area.
In the game is Donald Lynch. Lynch on a gain of 11 on first down. We talked so much about Deontay Foreman and his twin brother Armante both going to Texas, but Donald Lynch has had a very nice senior season. He'd be one of the top running backs as a #1 guy on a lot of teams.
Yeah, he does it both offensively and defensively. 643 yards on the ground, 9 touchdowns, averages over 9 yards per carry. Not exactly chopped liver.
He'll come in motion and leave the backfield now. Pass play goes to Armante Foreman. Able to get to the corner at the 40. He's going to back up, look for a place to dance. Can't do so, and steps out right there at the 41. Gain of 8.
Number 3, Armante Foreman.
stops the clock.
Stop was made by.
I beg your pardon, they're going to let it run. Inside now, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Could be our final snap.
Gain of 8, brings up second down and 2. Almost a 41 yard.
So a very fast-paced first quarter. Now they stopped the clock at 12.7. It should have stopped when he went out of bounds at 21.
Second and 2. Donald Lynch, the ball carrier. He'll have the first down. How much more? Up near midfield. Popped out of bounds. Hard at about the 48. It was Zante Oliver who hit him, but not before another nice pickup from Donald Lynch.
I think Lynch did the hitting on that collision. Watch, you'll see him get a good lead block from his fullback, Hernandez, right there. Then watch him lower the shoulder on the sideline and deliver the blow. That's what you want your tailback to do. Don't take the hits, deliver the hits.
So the final play here in our first quarter. Texas City has moved into Galena Park territory in a fresh set of downs. Lynch again with a head of steam. Lynch! Oh, the cutback!
And he lost the ball.
He's down at the 30. The turf monster got him. He was going to bounce outside, and more than likely he was going to be gone.
He had a wide open field to the left. Galena Park, 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Again, an 8-man front. Watch Lynch just trip over the 32-yard line. Lucky for him, his knee hit the turf before the ball popped out. That's going to way to end the first period.
Great reaction on Donald Lynch. 7-0 Stingarees after 1 on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Neighbors Center, we don't just save lives, we save
mothers, sons,
best friends, little ones,
running partners, wives.
At Neighbors Emergency Center, you're not just a patient, you're a top priority. Neighbors Emergency Center. Care that counts. Experience that matters.
Our game brought to you in part by Metter Staffing. Our talent is finding yours. And by the Texas Invitational. Really the top high school basketball tournament in the country. Coming up in just over a month. And by McDonald's, I'm loving it. Big play into the first quarter. We've switched sides. Yellow Jackets have it, 1st and 10. I beg your pardon, Texas City has it from the Yellow Jacket 30. And why not? The ball carrier featured on this drive has been Donald Lynch. You'll get it one more time.
Well, one of the keys for Galena Park defensively is their front 8. They're either putting 5 down linemen or 3 linebackers, or they'll switch it up with 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers to try to stop this running attack. But those guys are going to have to fight off the blocks to get to the ball carriers. Right now, the offensive front of Texas City is winning those individual battles.
Nothing fancy on that previous play, but it went for a gain of 5. Usually this is the passing formation for Andrew Allen with an empty backfield. He wanted to pass, but he stepped up. He lost the football. My goodness, he was able to land on it. What a break. We've seen several fumbles tonight, but either the players have been marked down or they've been able to recover, and this time Allen gets on his own miscue.
Yeah, you see Allen here, drops back in the pocket, gets pressure from Wesley coming off the edge, steps up nicely, but he's holding that football like a loaf of bread. It pops out and bounces right back into his shoulders.
You watch Johnny Manziel on Saturdays. He carries that football the same way, away from his body at the belt, and the scouting report has to be get to it. We see a lot of these young guys starting to do that, but there Allen just lost the ball without even any contact. 3rd and 2, marker down.
You're going to see some motion here, I believe, a little false start against one of the big linemen up front. So that'll back them up 5 on a 3rd and short, so now it'll make it 3rd and 7 for Texas City. Saw Galena Park, same situation on the last series, had a 3rd and 1, had a couple of penalties, killed their drive. We'll see what the impact here is against the Stingarees.
Galena Park trying to get off the field defensively, probably 2 down territory, but nothing easy about a 3rd and 7. Deontay Foreman has not been a part of this drive. It's been Donald Lynch, number 2, the featured tailback, and he lines up behind his fullback here. Allen gonna head between the hashes. Dropped inside the 25. He'll be 4 yards shy of the first down. It's Daniel Molina again on the stop. He's made 2 or 3 tackles here in the last 3 or 4 plays.
Yeah, so that'll be decision time for the Stingaree coaching staff. Be 4th down, about 5. Again, good coverage in the secondary, but it's Yellow Jacket defense forcing Allen to bring it down. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
So 4th and 4, Texas City leading 7-0. Will stay on offense. Lynch tries to run right up the middle, and he'll have the first down inside the 20, almost to the 15. A rather basic play on 4th and 4, running into the line, and then he picks up almost 10.
Yeah, again, those linemen and linebackers not able to get off their blocks. See, look here. Those guys just not attacking. He runs through a tackle, 51, or one-arm tackle. That was Harrison missing an opportunity. This Galena Park defense is going to have to be more aggressive attacking these tailbacks for Texas City.
A real nice job by Lynch. Kind of dart between those defenders, surge forward. Allen on the rollout. He gets a block from Nefi Hernandez. He really had another 10 yards on the ground. He went ahead and threw the football, and it lands incomplete. It was tossed in the direction of his wideout, but here on the replay, Ken, with Hernandez out blocking in front of him, he could have run this football down to about the 5.
Oh, absolutely. He had a lot of green grass on the outside. He saw one-on-one coverage in the end zone. Thought his receiver would have a chance to win that battle, but the pass was underthrown. Logan Thompson.
So it's 2nd and 10. Lynch has his fullback again. Hernandez blocking in front of him. Lynch has the corner. He has the pylon. That's a touchdown for Texas City. That is the 10th rushing TD this season from number 2, Donald Lynch.
Well, as you mentioned, not a bad secondary option. Again, just straight I formation, running behind Hernandez. Defense not getting off the blocks. I'm not exactly sure what Zante Oliver was doing. Watch Oliver, number 6. He just gives up on the play. I mean, he didn't even make an attempt. Can't have that.
No, good eyes, Ken. You're right on that replay, and that extra point will coax inside the left upright. Good from Aaron Clace.
Point after from Aaron Clace is good.
So the Stingarees keep the football on the ground, march downfield. They punch it in the end zone for their 2nd score. They lead the Yellow Jackets 14-0. Texas City trying to win tonight to go to 8-0 on the season under Coach Leland Zurovic. Good beginning for the Stingarees.
Yeah, they couldn't have drawn up the script any better. 2 drives, 2 long drives for touchdowns. 54-yard drive on their first possession, 79 on the last one.
Trace Rodriguez kicking off for the Trace time. There's Kelly on the return. And through to Kelly. Into Texas City territory, and he had one man to beat. He got tripped up at the 36. What a return from the senior quarterback.
And I believe it was Lynch who made the touchdown-saving tackle on the far side. But that's the reason why you have your starting quarterback, your main offensive threat, returning the kickoffs.
58 yards.
You see him navigate his way. Good blocking by the special teams of the Yellow Jackets. And watch Lynch. The last moment by the jersey, drags him down, saves the touchdown.
Can't imagine this in a college level where your quarterback returns a kickoff 58 yards. He's tackled by the other team's tailback who just scored the touchdown of the previous play. It wouldn't happen.
It's the beauty of 4A football in the great state of Texas, baby.
Sure is. Love it. And Thula Kelly on the pass. He'll complete one for a few yards. Nothing fancy. The pass was caught by Adam Doria, his 5th grab of the year for the senior. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 on the play.
That last drive for the Stingarees, 79-yard drive, took 3:15 off the clock. 16-yard touchdown run by Lynch. Has us at our 2-touchdown margin right now.
Of course, Kelly winded after that kickoff return, stays in. He's going to look for the deep ball. A little bit overthrown, intended for Zontae Oliver. I thought maybe he stopped for a split second. We're going to have to see this one again because he had the step.
Number 4, Corey Johnson.
Yeah, he put his hand up like he didn't know the football was already in the air. Watch at the bottom of the screen. You'll see him do a little out and up. He puts his hand up instead of running for the football. So it's kind of the second mistake we've seen there from Oliver. One defensively on the touchdown run, and there, not running full out for the pass play.
Corey Johnson on coverage, but he was beaten. It'll be 3rd and 5. And the Yellow Jackets could really use a first down and points on this drive, now down 2 scores. End around. Carrick Floyd has a lot of ground to gain. He'll pick it all back up. Floyd stays in bounds. Was he marked out? Yes. He thought he was still in play. He was marked out at the 22, but it's still a big pickup, a first down on what could have been a loss of double figures.
Yeah, he did an excellent job that time, Floyd, avoiding a huge loss on the end around. You see the trickeration coming here. Just able to get around the outstretched arms. Looks like it was Jordan Coffey for Texas City, but he just steps out of bounds on that far sideline.
Looked like the senior linebacker was in a good position to make that tackle. It didn't happen. Very short gain there on first down, right into the pile. And nothing going on. Maybe a gain of 1 at that. It was Larry Hinton, the first time we've called his number today. The man averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. The importance of these drives magnified by the fact, Ken, that they've each kept the football 5-6 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams with a couple of nice drives. Galena Park just has to sustain this one.
Kelly running for his life. That's a dangerous throw, and it's going to be picked. Threw back across his body in traffic. Donald Lynch has it, and Lynch returns out across the 20.
Pass was intercepted by number 3.
I saw that, unfortunately, as soon as he cocked his arm and turned his head to throw it across his body.
Beg your pardon, that's Armonte Foreman who had the interception. And that is his 5th this year. You talk about a big play wide receiver and a man on special teams. That's 5 interceptions for Armonte Foreman.
Yeah, when you throw late and across your body into the middle of the field, that's a triple disaster waiting to happen. So another drive for Galena Park ends in disaster, and Texas City will take over, already leading by 2 touchdowns here midway through the second period.
That's too bad for Galena Park. They had that real nice kickoff return. Looked like they might have a chance to get their first points. Instead, Texas City has it back. Deontay Foreman. One Yellow Jacket had him low, one had him high. The man on the bottom was Joel Moreno. He got there first. Drops Foreman after a gain of a yard. It was Landon Harrison, the man who came in high and late to help finish off that tackle after Moreno got to Foreman first.
Yeah, as we mentioned, this is an offense that gobbles up 322 yards per game on the ground. Over 2,200 yards as a unit so far this season. They run the ball about 41 times per game, so they definitely like to control the clock and wear down an opposing defense.
Prior to the snap,
see the movement penalty, false start on the Stingarees. Talked about their smallest margin of victory this year. 8 points came a couple of weeks ago, a 45-37 win over Friendswood. That was a game where Deontay Foreman almost ran for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Donald Lynch ran for $183 and 2 touchdowns, and yet they won by 8, and that was by far their smallest margin of victory. Too easy there for Foreman to get into the second level, and he dives across the 32 right at that marker. You see it's spotted at about the 33.
And of course, last year, Texas City won this ball game as well between these two units, 47-24 last season. So Yellow Jackets came into this one with revenge on their mind, but not playing like it so far here in the first half.
And as far as Texas City is concerned, as you've seen them huddle up, last year they were close against Pearland Dawson, but they lost the game by 3. This year they won by 30. And what a message that's 24-4A if they didn't know already.
You talk about a revenge factor there. They put it on the Eagles earlier this year. I saw that score. I was like, wow.
Texas City last year reached the area finals, but they lost to Fort Bend Marshall, a team that we saw earlier this year up in Tomball.
Yeah, watching the film of that game against Dawson, they ran a lot of triple option in that ball game.
Maybe a broken play because Allen just has to turn and run, but he'll pick up some yards on first down, but he's tackled shy of the 40.
So far tonight, it's just been straight pro set, I formation, running downhill against this Yellow Jacket defense.
Nice open field tackle there by Zante Oliver. Apparently another marker down. Looks like they're going to attend to Daniel Molina. I'm not sure if he has some blood or there's an issue why he needs to come off the field for a play, so he will check out. And coming in for the Yellow Jackets is Rafael Corrigo, sophomore linebacker. Hopefully Molina doesn't have to stay off the field long because he's been very busy tonight defensively.
Yeah, the junior, he only goes 5'6", but he packs a punch.
We're inside 6 minutes to go here in our second quarter. Allen sets up to throw and locates his target for another first down.
Yeah,
it's Armonte Foreman. My goodness, let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's down at the 45-yard line and definitely want to make sure he's okay.
He was the man that had the INT to stop the previous Yellow Jackets drive, and he made that catch. He was tackled almost immediately at the 45 for the first, but you could see him react or wince in pain and calling for some assistance on the sideline. Keep in mind, he is going to Texas with his brother. Kind of a package deal for Mac Brown of the Horns.
Well, for my Horns, we need all the packages
yes,
we can
you
get.
do. You need a lot more than that, but that's a good start.
Not a bad 1-2 combination, seeing these guys out here tonight. And we'll see the play here again. All right, this is the previous play, the quarterback keeper. We'll see if we can pick up the play where he was injured here in just a moment.
I've said it a couple of times, Ken. I don't know if it's us or the games we see or every game. There just seems like there's way too many penalties, but we've also seen more than our fair share of injuries in our Friday night games of the week.
Absolutely, and this doesn't look good at all. He's not putting any pressure on that right leg, having to hobble off. We just hope that he's okay, and the entire Longhorn Nation hopes that he's okay, as well as the Texas City Nation. Now putting a little bit pressure on it as he comes off the field.
My Southland Conference game last week, it was at Beaumont Lamar in Central, and probably the best NFL prospect in the entire conference broke his leg. It was a terrible injury to see for some young man who had such a bright future, and as he left the field, he went over there and told each and every one of his teammates, you better play hard, you better win this game. Very inspiring from a young man whose season was over, and you hope not his career, and a young man with a bright future's Deontay Foreman, but he's tackled after a very short game.
Yeah, you have to wonder what's going through his mind, seeing his twin brother, you know, limp off the field. So obviously those guys very close, so you have to wonder what's going through Deontay's mind right now. Make sure he can stay focused on the task and take care of the football himself.
Gained a yard on that previous play, but as we near the 5-minute mark of our second quarter, Texas City approaching midfield and facing a 2nd and 9. Foreman able to shed a tackle. Able to bounce outside. Oliver can't get him. Still on his goes. Airborne at the 35, and only the boundary helped make that tackle. as Zayleon Wesley gave chase, but it was Jalen Hughes, the big nose tackle, who had a shot a couple of yards downfield, number 66.
Yeah.
And watch Foreman just shed him and move on.
Well, it's just a bad tackle. I mean, look at this. I mean, there's no effort there. I mean, it's about the
Reach,
second
huh?
or third time. Here's Oliver going low. I mean, it's just not a whole lot of effort on the defensive side of the football for the Yellow Jackets here tonight.
Foreman's a big man. I mean, he's 6'2", 215. You're not going to tackle him by reaching. Timeout called by Galena Park. And they know, Ken, as we discussed earlier, that these drives are taking so long. You have to make plays to get off the field. We'll talk about that when we come back to Galena. 14-0 Stingarees with the lead.
Football fans, I see a Raising Cane's tailgate in your sights. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but you have it in you to tackle that tailgate. To devour enough fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers and cane sauce to make tailgate history. Show thirst who's boss with sweet tea and lemonade. Not by the cup, but by the jug. Because this is our house. And today, you eat with the best of them. Raising Cane's, one love. Official sponsor of all things that make game day delicious.
Legacy Sports Network Game of the Week brought to you by Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union. By the Carter Funeral Home, families serving families. By Lodge Lumber. Neighbors ER, care that counts, experience that matters. Back to action, 1st and 10 play. You see Foreman swallowed up. That pile still moving forward a bit, but it's down to about the 28.
Yeah, so you wonder if Coach Handel was seeing the same thing we were seeing up here, call that defense to the sideline to try to pump some energy into these guys.
His junior defensive end, Landon Harrison, made that stop, but it was still after a gain of 5 or 6. It looked like maybe a couple, but you could see that pile at the end move forward before Foreman was marked down. So the Stingarees burning some clock and in pursuit of their 3rd touchdown. Foreman would like to get it here. Stays on his feet inside the 20 and dropped.
Yeah, Foreman, as you mentioned, he's a big kid. He goes 6'2", 215, has great speed. As you mentioned, he is a senior headed to UT, so he can be an intimidating presence running through the line of scrimmage.
Took the safety Tyreek Johnson up to make the stop, but not before another 1st down for the Stingarees. Trying to move to 8-0 on the season. It's Foreman, and he's dropped. It's Tyreek Johnson again, back-to-back plays. Just a sophomore is Johnson. He's given him quite a bit of size, only 5'9", but playing with some intensity.
Yeah, that was a good hit by Johnson. That's a nice, solid form tackle. You'll watch him come up another bobble snap that time, threw the timing off just a bit, but that was a great hit.
Came after a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8. Foreman for 1 or 2 yards. He was tackled forward by Kendall Henry. Defensive tackle on the side of the line. And it was the football to about the 12. Ran in the middle, number 44 ball left.
1 to 3 minutes. Drive again to the 20 at the 17 mark. So only 4.5 minutes of clock score on this drive.
Turn at the clock. Full Allen. Well, he break the fullback open or shot target. It's 4th down.
Yeah, the fresh wide open. Watch for the fullback. You run right past 2 yards. Pass yourself a shot. It'll be off that short. You'll see there for the field goal there. 2-4 so far this season. Field attempts. It's like they keep offense off field. With the 4.
Defense to get off the field. And Allen Not going to the bunker. He was intending to get to the Galena Park will come the field. That long drive for Stingarees does not result in points.
That's a huge shot for Galena Park. See Foreman in the slot there. That's a huge sport to him. He's a pick up himself. 90-yard gain.
Really, honestly, he did a great job forcing that back into the field.
Great defensive play time. So Yellow Jacks will take over their own 10-yard line. Just like 2.5 minutes to go here before halftime.
Can we do offensively back to trouble field position for Galena Park?
Well, I think they have the entire play with a couple of timeouts so as long as you can move the football, but you don't want to get back.
Kelly on the zone read was run across the 30. Watching what looked like a half to Arvalo. Kelly pulled the series briefly and able to make that away with a game. It's 21 yard.
They have to keep the ball always around as well. I just get these plays and a lot faster in 2 minute hurry offense. Take a lot of time off the clock between plays.
We're nearing the 2 minute mark here in our second quarter. Larry hit to continue to try back to the line script. Another big shot.
I believe that's first area of the
He had one player, Devontae Hinton, knocked him, season 6, and then the screen.
Coming off block for a minute and a half.
Keep in mind, Jack, you have time out to 2 running. There comes signal safe if you can. Get involved after loss. Who's lost yards? Lost about 30 seconds. Going the wrong way. 5-1 in the direction of Frank Floyd, but it reads the signs now. 3rd down. And the city should play the game first time. Might burn 1 or 2 times. They have been.
Yeah, I mentioned another big play here. Takes the seat up with a defensive stop. Give the ball back to out in their offense. How to add more points. Big play here.
3rd and 12. It's going to do it with his feet. That looked like it was a huge loss. Instead of a big game, got in the 1st down. Michael Kelly able to around 10 hours. A lot to what looked to be another loss.
Yeah. Yeah, gets the open field. Starting up about the clock. First 10 for the Yellow Jacks.
Still to go. Snapped up. This was near Mark. Just managed off line. When it's hit. Black second 10.
Let's get beat with the big 51-3. I've been 2-6. Big nose guard. Kelly. On the season, only getting 7% of his passes, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks, and 4 early in this ball.
The long pass across the field. Arvalo picks up young Morris will hold this to 47, but the time will be used. 2 seconds to play half.
A good out there. Same time, the other bear damming up. Want to make that defensive thing. That should be in the fresh time. Definitely need to get some points on the board here for the Texas City will get football first out at that time.
That's drive and 10. They ball on down the Galena Park. That's again. A couple times they've stood after 10-yard line. So pretty good line. In essence, gained over the yard. Hit their 4 wave later.
They season, 221 yards receiving. So they big play on the outside. Come out. Halloween color. Time of the season.
But it's still in the football. They're hitting a 3rd and 4 after the timeout. You do have one remaining down 19. And look out. At the top, probably take off, dive for it. He's to get a yard shy.
And they last time out. This takes a long time to get set and get a in here down. I mean, they're walking leisure like they're or something.
4th down, so if they don't get the first down, knock will stop it. There's about 15 seconds to play. You pick up the first down, you left very little time to do that.
Yeah, you just have to take out to the not even sure what they're going here.
Called the timeout, 5 seconds left in the tail. Call it out about 8 seconds.
Not sure I really like that. I mean, burn 40 seconds, you know, time with about 35 seconds. You have respect for your offense that you don't make, but you should make it. You give your offense a possibility. Now you don't really want to be here.
Well, way to Harriet that.
I mean, Mason Trish also really as a reliever for 2 points of the ball game. The open route is came out with the back court. So he's throwing the football. So you see situation like that. They try to get into the field. See, and or have to miss this.
They're more. Last couple and the first 2 where it's dumped to that base form, but be firing. Excited.
We're getting around last games for the Australia. After that,
Time remaining, low court, Canadian tackle. To be there and put up and Park. Time and he's coming under the end. And it will end by to make a muscle and for that welcome and the ball was taken there.
Yeah, right. No, go here. Well, and just there trying to
on the pair. 14 break. Because
today. I would
The week. High never city there for con come out so so high solo. Yeah, Margaret a big board of school has thank school Q we number right is I'll listen. No. under the man. On our local by what band what partners
running a three. Can we get it? That'll seem
on clock. Ball. Possession.
About the running or is it even
he's the Galena here. He has very first part of
both so and
then he's looking at the look like they want to clock with the big hurt or take that like a ball on the both all could do, but they're going to turn hands up
for the epic. This the up. He might
bad Park and have would kick in them again.
Running and chance to get set to come. I don't know.
Gonna in for discipline. The rest of that they did, but do that wrong. Really stay.
Andrew back. Field. Bailey. Four. Texas. They're not.
Second.
Again. Able to be sure. Eric.
They had over the left.
Good. Flying five. Down.
Yellow.
offense. These see nice top. Touchdown. Oh, let's.
This is first pass strong touch to
change the extra. Touchdown. Time. First to say
minute. Yeah,
score now. Score. Just day. Got it.
We're going. That drop it. Enough at the end.
Now, we'll take Mark.
We three see
Oh, six.
Two are a arena. The yellow.
Around.
Junior up able to fight level again.
Hit. Right.
Help. Attack. Awesome. This is Gary.
Most player. We
So no helmet. Galena this
four. Now
step to the strip up the
up.
Thing enough.
Okay.
And was clean for the
They're kept on number thing.
Texas Park, but to be left.
Seven. Call it.
The big 4 pound pick. Kevin down the weight. Boy.
We call it in a but is it
5 in the look.
Yeah. Top where defense because
So the block Down. There. Surface.
No.
Team. We
oh.
For the sting. Code. Stay out. Can down. See. Some heat. You said.
Down.
Here. Third. Get that. Go back. Catch.
He round 6. Russell
90% down. How does do?
Let's go. Her women
sure. Get the provide game. Not a kick. 5th.
Tonight with Rich.
Carry. What?
Her.
Kicking. Move. It's a deep. Damage.
Yeah. Galena turn job.
Play with
his play.
From the ball. Place.
Never. Nice.
It's off. From punt.
For Galena.
Should have. Because that. Six. Yes. Can
right.
And
That was great.
deep.
Like brother we so
One team. Drop.
yeah. They need
Design. Them.
run. Galena
Gary. This season.
And you for Brian
worth if that and the 20 hold on this to play. Matter NFL television often time to and this come
oh, Brandon all
I love goal is
they
at least a bit
quick be quick
time to go. That was the end of have it.
oh what not
with tough time.
there's the play they got that pick yeah
Different handle 30. From the
Yeah.
what on them up
And lumber
play. He's in here.
breathe. Keep feet.
Ticking pitch. Just in down. Had more on,
But it's out.
more
And
eyes. As a walk. Other end of the point. Singer campaign.
if they
the nice
from front.
the judge. But
Three. Now,
back in. Scenario.
you look great.
Here.
Last yeah.
Thing because stop through the
Again. Ball. Bottom.
not
Ball.
carry
And play.
a couple. That's 14.
Gets Lisa.
Happy.
Right. Until he
Down. Try. Galena.
There. Good.
Junior. Dinner. Williams. The
Those. Down. Gonna rep.
Oh. Your coach. Regular. You have about nice help.
You got help. You're
See the Texas. London.
First. Actually, 50. Tonight. You know. Okay.
They drive more than up. With this for did more. in senior.
And I take week.
Came in there.
Another believe it.
Throughout. Second half.
Zip.
So you Corey. That's data. So to go. Leave it up. Done. Out like a lot.
Still time.
More defense.
Line.
Three.
Leader.
Oh, milk. It's carry. Again. Here.
Yep.
Have to take it. To it. And now head to have a look. Finish. But fell. Time.
And it will take we
Able to those hold. This
help down. He just working off.
like this. Knives.
Finger We're going
to